She let him sit at her table in a crowded cafe. She had no idea he was a millionaire single father. It was just another rainy afternoon in downtown Chicago, and the cafe was bursting with people seeking shelter from the storm. Emily, a school teacher in her early 30s, sat alone at a small corner table, grading papers between sips of lukewarm coffee. She wasn't in a hurry, she rarely was these days. Life had slowed down since her father passed, and solitude had become a quiet companion. As she highlighted a student's essay, a man walked in, dripping from the rain, scanning the room for a place to sit. He was tall, in his 40s, with tired eyes and a worn leather jacket. Every table was taken. He paused awkwardly, clutching a black coffee and a soggy paper bag. Emily looked up and gave him a small smile. "You can sit here if you'd like," she said, gesturing to the empty chair across from her. He looked surprised. "Are you sure?" "Of course. You look like you need to sit more than I need space." He sat down with a grateful nod. "Thanks. It's one of those days." They didn't talk much at first. The quiet hum of the cafe filled the space between them. Then he noticed her stack of essays and smiled. "Teacher?" Emily nodded. "Third grade. You?" A pause. "Then, I'm a software developer." "Sort of." They talked for a while, about kids, coffee, and how hard it was to find genuine kindness in a city always rushing. He mentioned his daughter, Lila, and how hard it was raising her alone after his wife died 3 years ago. Emily listened with quiet empathy, offering no pity, just presence. As they parted, he said, "You've been the kindest part of my week." "Thank you." She smiled, brushing it off. "It's just a table." But the truth was, it had meant more, to both of them. A week later, Emily walked into her classroom to find a delivery waiting for her, new books, supplies, even tablets for her students. Items she had been fundraising for over months. Tucked inside was a handwritten note. "You didn't know who I was, and that made your kindness even more powerful. People like you change the world, one child, one stranger, one moment at a time. David and Lila." Her eyes widened. She quickly looked up the name. David Lawson. Tech entrepreneur. Worth millions. A single father who hadn't been seen publicly in months. Emily sat down at her desk, overwhelmed. She had simply offered a stranger a seat. No agenda, no expectation. Just kindness. And in return, she had been gifted something more than supplies. She had been reminded that compassion matters. The next time it rained, Emily returned to that cafe and quietly smiled at every stranger standing without a seat. Because you never know who you're making room for. And sometimes, a simple act of kindness is the beginning of a story that changes everything.